Okay, so I was not expecting to make a video this early to the one that I just made, but Subnautica, the YouTube channel, came out with their gameplay reveal trailer. So I will be going over what I see and what I think about it. Let's start this. Okay, so I hate to stop it so early, but what I think about this is it looks very similar to Subnautica, and I'll probably put a picture up when I edit this video, but with the moons. Subnautica's moons, this does look a lot like the original Subnautica, at least. Its moons. I don't remember if Subnautica Below Zero has moons, that are visible at least, but this looks very similar, and I do enjoy that because the issues with the leadership changes and the fact that it's going to be made in a completely different engine, Unreal Engine 5, it's a little concerning. I'm afraid that it's not going to feel like Subnautica, but I do not have that worry anymore. I'm just going to continue the video. Okay. I hate to stop it so soon again. Oop, that's way too far. But this guy right here, I do like the look of this picture. All right, not this picture even, the animal. I'm curious what's going to be. I do see rocks above. I hope that's actually part of the map because it would allow you to build out of the water a lot easier by having a foundation. Because there is one point on Subnautica's map, the original Subnautica at least, that you can build on top of the water. And yes, you can build on on the islands, I think, in original Subnautica at least. But it's not great, so I am curious if that's going to allow you to build there. But I do like the look of this creature. I think it looks really cool. It looks I'll find a picture of what I think it looks like and put it in. Let's just continue. I don't want to pause it super early again. Nice looking scanner. That guy's very interesting. It's like, whoa. Okay, so there's multiplayer in action. This guy right here actually looks a lot like a brute shark, I will say. I think. And this building, it's very, like, odd shaped. I'm going to continue. Yes, there you go. They're very odd shapes, so I think it's not going to be modular. I think we might be able to make this, like, change the size of our own rooms, make, like, the multi-purpose room and whatnot, make them different shapes and sizes, which is very exciting, I must say. Um, I guess these two are supposed to be hatches. I don't know what that fan's for. I do see an abandoned cache here, so it might be something like Subnautica Below Zero, where there's going to be caches that you can find for people. And I mean, in the original Subnautica, there are the life pods, but I don't think we see any caches like this. This looks like it's been there for a long time. I'm curious what planet this is going to be. In a couple of it was the terrain building devlog that they did, devlog number 2. There was a biome thing. I think it was the second devlog had a biome tag that said something about Abraxas. I think I will confirm that in post production, but I'm curious if this is Abraxas Prime, what we've heard so much about. But anyway, this looks like scanner room because this is very similar to the top of a scanner room, I do believe. Another one here. I wonder what those are for. These look like hatches, and then obviously supports. This looks like a hatch, and you will see later on, you'll see a better look of the hatch, but I do like this more free building style. Yes. This is an interesting hatch. These are, I wonder if there's going to be character customization to a point, because, or like, before you start the game, because this green suit, like wetsuit. I don't think you see that on anything else. I will definitely correct myself. Can I unpause the video, please? Page unresponsive. What do you mean? There we go. Okay. So definitely. Definitely. This guy has red. This girl's purple. Orange. Builder tool looks very similar. These oxygen tanks are pretty neat. I do like this wetsuit design. And then everything looks like Altera tech. Like, it looks like the other games from the inside, at least. The floor, not so much, I don't think, in my opinion. But I do like this, the look of this. Okay, these. I've seen these. You saw these in the first devlog. I will put up a screenshot of that as well. We see the green guy again. These look like they'll be replacing the Sea Glide. And I feel like that is a little unfortunate because I did like the Sea Glide. But it looks like this is probably the battery meter. I did like the Sea Glide. I don't hate these. And then, but I don't think they're not my favorite. Moving on to the hatch, we see a very good view. This looks like the precursor tech. I mean, it obviously looks different, but it looks like it will act like the precursor tech where it's just like an air bubble kind of thing. It's just stopping water from getting in. And that's about all that I can see, besides that this is a very beautiful biome. This looks like the Safe Shallows from the original Subnautica. Big fish. This... I don't know what this purple tendril is supposed to represent. If anything, it does look like the Twisty Bridges kind of thing. These are some really cool looking fish. Like, let's see, can I... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. A really cool looking fish. It kind of, I don't know. These fish, I do like the look of the fish. You see the orange lady person again, but this tendril, not sure. Glowy thing, and this gun. This gun, honestly, it looks like essentially the bare bones of it. It looks like the old Terraformer tool, which if I can find a picture, I will show. But this looks like the Terraformer tool in a way, but it looks... it's probably the mining tool that they've mentioned. Yeah. And it looks like it can also be used... That was pretty much what a brute shark looks like from Subnautica Below Zero. I mean, this is practically... No, not sleep timer. Oops. Playback speed. This is essentially... That's way too slow, but whatever. That's essentially a brute shark. It does look slender, more like a fish than an alien little dude. But it does definitely look like a brute shark. Has some resemblance, at least. And then that looks like... kind of like stasis tech, but it might... I don't know. Like, that was a new person that we've... This is blue. Okay, so we see the 4-player co-op in effect. It looks like everybody has to, like, maybe choose a color. Kind of like how the Nitrox mod was, where you actually had to choose a color and, like, a name, everything. I've played the Nitrox mod once with Mr. Bacon. That was interesting. So far, I do like the look of this. Flares. Okay. This. I'm not sure. Because we only see this once. This is the first time that I've seen this machine. Obviously, that's flare. This is a really cool, kind of like jelly shroomish biome, I guess. You have, like, an enemy, some bioluminescent coral. It looks like it could be maybe under the shallows. Possibly. Or this is some completely new biome that we haven't seen before. But this, you have a display screen. So I'm curious if this is obviously some sort of machine that you can interact with. But what it is, I'm not sure. That could be a scanner room. or like a scanner module. And this is a bench. I like that with the addition of curved base pieces, we now have curved benches. That's all I can really see in here. Okay. This. I am a fan of this. This is the tadpole that they've shown twice before now. We see the base from before. We have new angle. This is kind of looks like an anchor pod, I guess, with all this. That could just be rocks, but we see a rock guy dude that we've seen before. They snapped the rocks, but this is the tadpole, and it looks like at least 2 people can grab onto the side. It looks like it's probably like the sea moth, a 1-person submarine. I am hoping for like multiple person submarines. That would be amazing. But 2 people can hang on at least. Power cell looks like it's up here. You got 3 turbines. That's all that I can see, at least. I do like this structure on the side. I don't know what it is, but and this looks like some sort of old base. Is this is some sort of rocket? Maybe what we came here on? This is a diving suit. Inspiration from really old diving suits that were still tethered, very heavy. You've probably seen them in movies. The bright yellow, probably a spaceship, I'd assume. Considering that's a light. These look like windows. That's all I can see. And then something big swims by. Oh, wait, no, that was the tadpole. Yeah. And then a kraken-looking thing that then yells at us. And that's all I want to get a good look at this guy. Definitely some sort of cephalopod-based creature that we have, that kind of like inspired what we have on Earth. We do get another look at this structure. You see the tadpole. Obviously, in the center, there's this big kraken-looking guy. It looks like maybe tentacles coming all the way over. Looks like this guy might be part of the biome, if anything. If he's definitely a Leviathan. I don't know why I'm saying he. It's definitely a Leviathan. But it looks like it might be part of the terrain. Either that or those are just like ducts from whatever this is. But you do see the big head with a weird marking on, 2 bioluminescent whatever. Luminant eyes, glowing eyes, some sort of mouth, more tentacles, which leads me to believe that these are actual tentacles. That's all I'm kind of seeing. Whatever this is, some more lights. It looks like probably some sort of man-made structure that bridged across. But then it eats us. Or at least attempts to. And that's it. And unfortunately, towards the end, you can see that Subnautica 2 got moved back. Got moved back to 2026 instead of late 2025. How far into 2026, I'm not sure. Obviously, you can see Unknown Worlds and Craft On as part of this. But I have read on some articles, I don't know if they're true or not, but Subnautica 2 was early access ready, according to a CEO. I can try to find that in just a second. Okay, yes, I found the article. Here, or a article that says something about it. Here we see, this is about the outing, I guess, of 3 employees. Says, we know that the game is ready for early access release, and we know you're ready to play it. And while we thought this was going to be our decision to make, at least for now, the decision's in Krafton's hands. So it looks like they've decided to push it back. And then he follows up with, and after all these years, to find that I'm no longer working at the company, I started Stings. Okay, so this was by one of the either founder or co-founder of the company, who started out as Half-Life modding, or modding Half-Life 2, which it's very unfortunate that he was outed. And it does say, Krafton's statement, they're not going to change anything with how the game was supposed to be structured. It will remain a single-player experience with optional cooperative multiplayer. No subscriptions, no loot boxes, no battle pass, no microtransactions. Very exciting. Yes, these guys were removed, replaced effective immediately. Ted Gill, Charlie Cleveland, Max McGuire. They were replaced by Steve Papoutsis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I do not mean any disrespect by not pronouncing that right. But yes, this is where the Subnautica 2 situation sits for now. As more videos come out, I will try to make videos on them, explaining what I feel about it, explaining what I've found,